You're Perp back with another video, and I just got done watching a classic horror story. Now, this is a movie I've been really anticipating to watch. Does it live up to the hype? I'm a little mixed on that right now, but I will say that I won't spoil anything in this review. This is just going to be my brief take on the movie, my likes, my dislikes, and yeah, with all that being said, let's get right into it. So this is an Italian horror movie, and this takes place in Italy. I don't know exactly what parts of whatever, but it's following these five characters. You have our main character right here, Elisa. She's pretty much going to go visit her parents, and these other these other four people, kind of carpool in this VR, which is really weird within itself. And that's kind of how we are introduced to these characters. They're all kind of complete strangers. You have Sophia and Mark. Those two are a couple. I think they're going to a wedding. You also have a doctor, which I think he's the one of the most interesting characters outside of the main character. And you got this kind of know-it-all, kind of nerd type of character that kind of gets picked on throughout this story. And of course, this plays out like a classic horror story would. You have these groups of people that come together, or a group of people that come together, and somehow they end up crashing into a tree. Then they end up in the middle of the woods. In this middle of the woods, there's this weird ass random house, which I really like the aesthetic to it. It's very creepy, which they don't really spend that much time in that house. So it's kind of just there just to be there. Other than that, it's not really a huge issue. I think the music is really well placed throughout this film. I watched the dub version. Maybe I should have watched the original Italian version, because it is kind of weird, and watching a foreign movie when it's dubbed, the dubs aren't that good. In this, it's tolerable, but there's this one character that it definitely will get annoying to you, so you might want to just watch it with the Italian voiceovers. It's just a little nitpick there. Overall, I think the pacing is a bit slow on this. For this to be an hour and a half, it doesn't really start to go anywhere until the last like 40 minutes, I would say, are the best parts of this movie. Everything else kind of plays out like a normal horror movie would. A group of people get stuck in the woods, and it just becomes like this continuation of can't really they don't really explain that neither, exactly how they're able to just get lost in the woods. And it's really weird, because you think there's something supernatural happening, but it's really nothing supernatural happening, which is kind of weird to me, the way that they introduce that in this film, because when you get to the last moments of this whole entire movie, it becomes something else that we've seen. It's very familiar. If you've seen Cabin in the Woods, you can kind of put two and two together. Other than that, I would say also what is kind of lacking is the gore. I was expecting this to be pretty bloody, but it was pretty light. I would say there was more gore in the Fear Street movies than in this movie, and that was kind of a letdown, and why I was kind of disappointed with this film overall. Cool story, cool premise, but overall, just, I don't know, it's whatever for me. Definitely think you should just check it out for yourself to get your own point of view. But until next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.